week 2 of our ultimate high school football preview. What do you got cooking this week, my friend?
Well, before we look ahead to this week, let's go back to last week when it was an all-timer to start the year. Usually you don't see matchups like this, but how about this? At Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in Massillon, you had two teams in our top 10, Glenville and Massillon, and depending on where Glenville plays, this could be a state semifinal or regional final matchup. Massillon is absolutely loaded this year. I thought they showed it, but Glenville, they lost Sincere Johnson, 5-star. He's at Ohio State now. They put up a big fight, but Massillon just too strong, 31-18. But like I said, this might not be the last time we see these two teams play this season. But what a great way to start our high school football season. All right.
How can we not know what division Glenville is in yet?
Because they merged with Collinwood. So.
No, I know, but what I don't understand
wild.
is, could you imagine starting a baseball season and you don't know if the Guardians are in the American League Central or the American League?
Well, they have to get enrollment numbers and try to do it right.
It's wild.
Get it done.
Yeah.
At least
I just don't get it.
At least they're not going to be in D4 because that just was not fair.
They were
watching Glenville beat up on other D4 teams.
I know. They just waltzed every year.
All right, let's talk about the top 10 now as we had a couple movers and shakers of last week. Number one team in our top 10 continues to be the Avon Eagles. They went 1-0. They beat St. Ignatius. It was a really good game at the Browns Stadium, but Avon scored a 2-point conversion in the final seconds to take down St. Ignatius. And I'll say Ignatius not in our top 10, but they look pretty good under Tom Kaufman in their first year, and I don't think it's going to take long before the Wildcats are back.
Who made the top 10?
Our resident expert, upstairs.
Because this is the only thing that I would question about that. Avon is a pretty clear number one, I think. And Iggy's played that they should have won that. They could have won that game.
They could have.
They lost it on a 2-point conversion at the last play, and they're not in the top 10.
Hey, well, win a couple games. It won't take much. I think Iggy's will be back up. Number 2, St. Ed's. They had a really good win in week 1. They were able to take down Olentangy Liberty, another state title contender. Another really close game, 15-12. Langston Lucas go-ahead touchdown in the final minutes. Good for them. Massillon, as we said, they're going to be a power in D2, and boy, D2 is going to be, if Glenville goes into D2, you're talking in our top 10, 3 of the top teams in the area. Avon defending champs. Massillon's got a loaded roster. Glenville, and we're not even talking about Hoban's in there too. Like, it's D2 is going to be a bloodbath.
Didn't Massillon get the 2 transfers?
Yes.
The brothers.
Well, they got more than 2 transfers.
Right, just the 2. I mean, the brothers were like the golden.
Wait till the folks get a hold of this rankings. They're going to be like, they dismantled Avon in a scrimmage. Completely dismantled. They're like a CFL team. They got transfers from everywhere, and they were already bringing back some guys.
Think Massillon is a number one, could be number 1. Yeah, wow.
All right, so Kirtland and Walsh round out our top 5. Something about Walsh Jesuit real quick. Their game tonight against Springfield has been canceled. Apparently Springfield dealing with some sort of illness, so not sure what they're going to do there. Or, hey, maybe they just get a bye week. They get a week off.
Take it.
All right, rest of the top 10 going on. Canton Mckinley opened the season with a 33-0 win over Warren G. Harding. Menor coming in, the Fighting Luke Florios, they're 1-0. Got a big win over Logan Burwald. He had 12 receptions for 235 yards. They beat Olmsted Falls. And my former coach, Coach DeLuca, 38-17. Wadsworth 1-0. They took care of Cleveland Heights 28-6. Hoban, they lost, but they played West Orange out of Florida, and it was a close one, 28-24. They got a really tough schedule this year, so we'll see what Hoban's got. And then Glenville, 0-1, but they put up a fight against the CFL team in Massillon, so you got to keep them in the top 10. That is our Week 2 rankings. All right, our WKYC Game of the Week, and we'll start our pick'em here, is a good one. 2 teams in the top 10 for WKYC. Canton McKinley and St. Edward. Our photographer, Sean Dunnigan, will be at that game. It's being played at Baldwin Wallace. Jay, who you got?
That's the game of the week, right? I mean, I can't think of anything topping that. This is the one that I have all my eyes on. I can't wait to see how that one comes out. I'm going to go with Ed's. And look, it's hard for me to say that because, we know that both these teams are loaded. But after hearing you say what you said a little bit ago, I wouldn't be surprised if Massillon wins this.
Well, you're talking McKinley. You got Massillon.
Oh, McKinley, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think it's going to be a good one. I went with Ed's.
McKinley walked in their first week, but they didn't play. Who did they play?
They played Warren Harding, who's probably going to be down.
Yeah.
But McKinley's got a good team.
I'm going to go with Ed's in this one. It's rough, but I think Ed's is going to beat it.
I think it's going to be another close one, just like last week for Ed's, but I'm going to go with Ed's in this one also.
I agree. I like that Ed's was tested week 1 against another state power. I think early on, you're tested, you pass that test. That's a good sign. So I'll take Ed's over McKinley. Really good one. Again, highlights tonight. at 11 o'clock on WKYC. Our next game, Highland and Strongsville. Jay, who you got?
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't know. I went with Strongsville. and I don't ask me why. I just went with Strongsville. I feel like they're going to win.
I think Highland ran into a buzzsaw last week at Walsh, so I think they bounced back and win a close one tonight.
I agree. Strongsville beat Avon Lake 24-22. Highland lost 34-0 to Walsh Jesuit. I'm going to take Highland to bounce back in week 2.
Wow.
All right, and our final game, Perry and Kenston. Jay.
I like the Pirates. Give me Perry in this one. I love Kenston too. It's incredible if you go back and look at like the last 10 years what they've done. If there's like this little diamond, this little triangle of area like Chardon and Kenston and some of those smaller schools in that area just have been dominant in the state. It's incredible the amount of talent that comes out of that little area, that east of Cleveland area. In this one though, Perry's loaded. I like Perry.
I'll go with Perry also. You agree, like these programs have been really good for a long time.
All right, I'm going to go against you guys. Perry, they beat Madison 39-7 week 1. Kenston beat Solon 26-9. For the sake of being different, I'm going to take the Solon Kenston because I also see the tie-in of my co-anchor upstairs, Nick Camino, went to Solon. So I'm going to take the team that beat his team, Kenston.
Hey, whatever it takes to get there. Quickly, if you can, sort of preview what we're going to show tonight on Channel 3. Do you know all the games we'll be covering?
All the games we just picked.
All three of those games.
All three of those games we're going to be showing. So.
What else could you ask for?
Exactly.
Right there. It's a crazy Friday night. I love the early weeks because we don't yet know. A lot of this is going on what they were last year or what their tradition has been.
Right.
But really, weeks 1 through 4 and 5, you start separating the pretenders from the contenders, and it's not so cold in the stands.
Yeah.
You can go and you watch the whole game and not leave, with hot chocolate spilled all over you in a parka.
I love the early weeks because I played on some very forgettable Westlake High School teams, and the non-conference first 3 weeks of the year
You won.
were the only times we could win. My senior year, we won the first 2 games, and not a single one after that.
Both years.
My senior year.
Oh, I thought you said okay. Wow.
The other years, I think we won 3 or 4 games, and it was the first 3, and then maybe beat a Berea or Mid.
So you're scheduling cupcakes, is what you're saying.
Well, hey, Bay Village, that was our rival. They're a cupcake. Maybe not anymore, but they were.
Fire. Yeah, they're not anymore.
When it's Westlake Bay Week, I told our boss I found my letter jacket. I'm wearing the letter jacket. It still fits.
That's all.
Wear the letter jacket.
That's all that matters. All right, that's our high school football recap preview for week number 2. I think there's some mistakes there in the top 10. I pointed out one of them, but I don't want to throw darts at anybody yet early because you never know how it's going to shake out.
The council will take it into consideration. We'll revote.
I know the council, and I will be pleading my case to the council. I can assure you of that. All right, Super Chat